I just saw the 2016 BBC six-part over 6-hour miniseries War and Peace, the epic historical drama directed by Tom Harper, written by Andrew Davies, and based on the book of the same name by Leo Tolstoy. War and Peace stars Paul Dano, Lily James, James Norton, Jessie Buckley, Jack Lowden, Stephen Ray, Gillian Anderson, Brian Cox, Jim Broadbent, and a slew of others. If you don't know the plot for this story, I'm not going into it here because it's long and convoluted. Needless to say, there are a bunch of aristocrats and soldiers in Russia during the Napoleonic Wars from 1806 to 1812 when the French invaded Russia. And while they're living and dying during the war as well as from it, all sorts of intrigues ensue, especially when it comes to romances between the characters. I'm not sure why I've never read this novel. Certainly it's a hole in my library, and so I'm not sure what I expected when I turned this on. But I absolutely did not expect this, and by this I mean a huge, sprawling soap opera. I have to imagine that in the book, all these characters mused on deep and profound topics while going about their lives under the strains of war, and while those thoughts were definitely touched on in the miniseries, the show seemed a lot more concerned with who's screwing whom, or at least who wants to. There's plenty of unrequited love. That's not to say that I didn't enjoy War and Peace. There were a bunch of great characters, especially Paul Dano's Count Bazukov, Jim Broadbent's senior Prince Bolkonsky, Jessie Buckley's Marya, and Tom Burke's Dolokhov, as well as a villain in Tuppence Middleton's Helene, who I just couldn't wait to see get her comeuppance. Some of the battle scenes were well done, and every once in a while a character would surprise me with some deep reflections, like Brian Cox's General Kutuzin, or Adrian Rawlings' very brief yet memorable turn as a Russian prisoner of the French. I graded this version of War and Peace, one of many, many that are out there, at a 6.0, and if you know my grading scale, a 6.0 to a 6.4 is good. This miniseries just passes mustard. But don't take my word for it. Check it out for yourself and let me know what you think in the comments. Now I gotta run because the next movie I want to see is starting right this minute.